Welcome back to the empty shell. Surprisingly, there's a lot of room in here, so make yourself comfortable. So about 6 months ago now, I moved from Oregon to Arizona because Arizona had better resources for my family. And through that move, I did not realize the difference between states when it came to medication. I have been on Concerta, a ADHD medication, since I was about 12 years old. I'm 27 now, so it's been quite some time. Anyways, since I have been to Arizona, I have not been able to get that medication yet. And I've been just going through my doctor, going to the insurance company, trying to figure out what's going on. Eventually, I got told that I would have to get re-diagnosed with ADHD, 15 years later, which was pretty funny. Now, luckily, I had a adult autism diagnosis done about a week and a half ago now. And as a part of that diagnosis, I was also diagnosed with a few other things like anxiety, depression, and ADHD again. So I've been diagnosed with ADHD twice now. And once I got that second diagnosis, I brought it back to my doctor and I said, okay, prescribe me now, please. I got this in. I am ready to have my medicine again. I can't function well without it. And my doctor, I guess, is afraid of prescribing Concerta because it's technically a controlled substance. So I am having to go out of my way again to find a doctor that's not afraid to do their job and prescribe their patients the medications they need. Just wonderful. I love having to get diagnosed with something multiple times and still not being able to get the medication I need. Sorry, I just was a bit angry about that and wanted to kind of rant about it. I'm sorry if anyone else is going through anything similar. I know in the US, I'm sure everywhere else too, the healthcare industry is so difficult to deal with, and at least in my experience, if you want something to be done, you have to call multiple people multiple times. You have to keep the ball rolling because otherwise stuff just doesn't get done. I don't know how many times I've spent just multiple days calling different providers trying to figure out why something hasn't happened yet, and you'll just get excuses. Or one of the popular ones is that the doctor's on vacation for the next couple weeks and they don't have anyone else who can provide care in that time, so you just gotta tough it out. And that's one of the worst ones because, these doctors, they have so much money. They get to take these multiple week vacations. Meanwhile, you're stuck with no medicine and having to wait longer in pain half the time. It's just, wow, a wonderful experience. Yeah, so that's what I'm going through right now. I just went and printed out my 25-page diagnosis to hand into a new doctor later today. I'm hoping they'll be able to prescribe me with my medicine so that I can be a somewhat decent functioning person again. Because without my medicine, I'll sit down at my desk and it's like that scene from SpongeBob where he's sitting at the table, he writes the word "the" super fancy and there's nothing else. He's just staring at the paper for 8 hours. That's exactly what happens to me, but I've got a blank Word document instead of a piece of paper, obviously. Now, I don't know if any of you listening have ADHD. I'm guessing some of you do. And let me know, actually, in the comments if you can relate to what I'm about to say. But when I am on my ADHD medication, I feel like I am a completely different person. And it's not really like a good or bad change. I guess good because I'm more motivated. But, when I am off the medicine, I feel more myself and regular. I just can't bring myself to do much. When I'm on the medicine, I'm just wanting to constantly learn more and more. And I'm reading psychology textbooks and looking into PhD programs and stuff. And then when I'm off, I'm scrolling through TikTok, YouTube Shorts feeds. It's a big difference. It feels like I'm two different people. One of those people is on the medicine, and they're a hardworking, good all-around member of society. I will say that person is less emotional and far more logical. And then when I'm off the medicine, that person is pretty warm, caring, but has a lot of problems getting anything started and even more problems finishing anything, unless it's, I mean, even if it's like a YouTube video, I usually won't be able to get through the end of it because my attention's so bad. I'll just be off to the next thing, or I'll go find my dog and pet her for like 20 minutes. Yeah. Something else I kind of wonder with like the ADHD medicine is, does it make me just as focused as people regularly are that don't have ADHD? Because I'm sure there's people that don't have ADHD that still have like trouble focusing, but I mean, are they able to sit at a computer and still get something done in the course of 4 hours instead of just staring at that blank document? I don't know. I'm gonna look into that. It's strange to know because I've been living with this forever, so I don't really know what it's like for someone that doesn't have this. I guess if you don't have ADHD, reach out and let me know if you experience some of the same things or not. I will say too that the medicine I'm currently on is called Concerta, and it's the only medicine I've really had that's worked well for me. I think I tried Adderall or Ritalin or something the first time, and that made me just vomit over and over again for like a week. I tried a couple others and they just made me feel groggy. They made me feel pretty groggy and yucky, and I didn't really see benefits from them. And then maybe when I was like 15 or so is when they put me on the Concerta, and since I've been on that, I have been doing much better. I'll kind of go on and off of it just depending on the situation. If I'm doing something for work where I really need to focus, like with paperwork or something, then I'll use it. And I've also been using it anytime I'm in school. I'm currently in school now through WGU, Western Governors University, which has been a godsend because you are able to complete classes as quickly as you can. Like, you can go at your own pace. Right now, I'm currently not working just so I can focus on getting my degree. Well, my master's. I got my bachelor's a couple months ago in October of 2024. The first couple terms I did, I only was able to complete like 12 credit hours, I think, which, I mean, I was technically full-time, and I'd done like a little bit of schooling before that through community colleges. I think at the start of my third term at WGU, I was 1/3 of the way through my degree. So once we moved from Oregon to Arizona and I had to quit my job, I decided to just focus on getting my bachelor's degree. I had 2/3 left to complete, and I had nothing but time on my hands. So I think in about 2.5 months, I was able to complete the following 2/3 of my degree. While I was on my ADHD medication, of course, I can't focus at all without Concerta. So that was a big help. Now I'm in my master's, and since I've started my master's, I haven't been able to take Concerta at all because of this move. I think I had like a 1.5 month supply left from Oregon when I was diagnosed by my doctor there, but I mean, that's all gone now. I'm in the master's, and I've only been able to complete 2 classes in like a couple months. I'm hoping once I get back on my medicine, I'll be able to finish the master's here in like 2 or 3 more months. I think I should be able to do it just fine, because I'll be able to focus, and when I can focus, I can accomplish quite a lot. I think going forward too, once I can get on this medicine, I'm just going to continue to use it instead of just using it basically for school, because it's nice being able to function better. I know I'm not as emotional when I'm on the medicine, but I feel like it's less of a price to pay being very emotional compared to being able to really complete things and do a good job in a timely manner, because that's what people value in this world. So I think I'm just gonna be taking the medicine every day. I've talked to my doctors before, and I think that's how a lot of people use the medicine, because they want to be functional in society. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do here in a little bit. Hopefully I'll be able to get back on this medicine. I will say, if you've never been on ADHD medicine, that it's really important to find one that works well for you. I just say that because, I mean, like I said before, I definitely get like less emotional and become a bit of like a colder, more logic-oriented person while I'm on the medicine. And I know a lot of people kind of get like a bit of a personality change if they've been on the medicine for a long time, like with no break. It definitely changes how you think a bit, at least in my experience. And and what I've seen in other people that have used it around me. Growing up, I was in school with one other kid that had ADHD. I was in a really small class growing up, though. I had like 15 other people in it. Or 14 other people. There was 15 of us. And the one other kid that had ADHD and got like medicine for it, he started off as like the nicest, sweetest guy. He was like a really nice, sweet kid. He had a lot of friends, and then he started taking the ADHD medicine. Just everything changed about him, even his voice. Like he used to talk like in a normal range, something like, "Hey, how's it going, guys?" And then once he was on the medicine for a few months, his voice got about this deep, and he started talking like this everywhere. And he got dark and philosophical. His personality just really changed as a result of the medicine. I don't think he was on the correct medicine he should have been on. He really changed during that, and like I talked to him a couple times about it before just everything he said got like too dark to really talk to him. I mean, like eventually I felt kind of in danger when I was talking to this individual, so much so that the last time I saw him, he told me that his dream for his life was to be able to go to a culinary school, I think in Japan, and I think he was gonna move there in a few months after that conversation. This was at a pool party where I didn't go into the pool because I was terrified of drowning. So it was just me, him, and I think one of my other classmates sitting by us. And once he told me about his dream to go to culinary school in Japan, he said, "Yeah, and then if that doesn't work out, I'll probably just come back here and kill you." Like, straight face, not joking at all. Said that and then walked away. And my other classmate that was there, she just kind of looked at me and she was like, "I don't know how you should take that." And I just said, "Yeah, I don't know. He's very serious, so hopefully that was his attempt at a joke. If not, hopefully he made it there. I mean, I wish him the best. Also don't want him to come and find me and end my story," so to say. But yeah, I've heard a lot of bad stories of people changing for the worse on the medication, and that's been one of the reasons why I haven't been taking it every single day. I guess I'm still kind of afraid of that happening. But yeah, I've taken it for so long now, I think that my system's pretty used to it. I don't think it would really change too bad. Well, yeah, that's it for it today. This is the end of 2024. At midnight as of today, we will be in 2025. So Happy New Year to you all if you're listening to this now. If not, I hope you're having a good 2025. All right, thank you for entering the empty shell with me. I guess it's time for us to go. Bye-bye.